Oh, Suoerboy, starting to flower. Our USDA male breeder actually took on some damage this week. I had a small bonfire. We were cooking marshmallows with Victoria and we got a lot of leaf damage here. I pulled a bunch off. I was really scared. The fire got out of hand almost. So some of the leaves got melted a little, but Suoerboy pulled through and started flowering soon after. I don't know if it was a stress thing. Seems pretty early, but it's looking good and it's still growing up at the tip. Hey folks, Max Raphael here from Hops World with vlog number 20. Listen, I want to apologize. Last week I didn't do a vlog. I had some personal issues, but not much new happened. Actually, a lot new happened, but we're going to catch up real quick. We're in our female breeding hops yard, and we'll show you what's going on. Our Canadian red vine plant that we got just a little while ago is starting to go. We're going to grow that baby in a pot. Check out our hops babies. Woohoo! There's some that are at least 3 foot tall. Almost all of them have hit the wire. That's the actual wire for the irrigation and where I tie the strings to. But it's a little bit of a pain in the ass keeping them separate. We'll be weeding them out soon, but this side there's not too many that we're going to call. They all look great. Hopefully we have all new varieties, over 100 in that row. Here's our next row, another 100. And I need to actually tie some up on the strings a little bit better. A couple here we've lost. Some Zeus crosses. They were really bad shape when I planted them, but I planted them all. We're having some weeds starting to grow up. Oh, time to start weeding. These ones down here look great. Nugget, kicking ass, Centennial, Cluster. Fortunately, we're getting too much shade from this damn tree. This tree is going. This year, it will definitely not be here next year. But our hops babies are looking good. Looks like we may have a caterpillar. Oh boy. Anyway, down this side, these are our open pollination crosses down the end. Some of these plants, we actually have the mothers here that were created last year. And going down the row, man, they look good. These are Magnum and Rocky. Just stand that little stick up. Tea Maker. I'm really curious with these Tea Maker and Rockies. So on to our really second year. These plants in this row here were just like them plants last year. Check out this HB202-02. Bam, ba bam, ba bam. That thing is hit the top wire and going crazy. It's probably about 20 feet, 21, 22 feet. It's a cross of Rocky, our Neo Mexicano male, with Comet. Check out the thickness of these binds and the interesting leaves. Definitely a baby of Rocky with the shape of them leaves mixed with Comet. It's funny, Rocky has the same shape with 7 lobes, but real thin. But Comet definitely looks like this. And it has that light color. We named this plant last year Mellow Yellow. Looks like it might have some, I don't think it's flowers, but definitely some 3 foot side branches. Something really interesting, this plant right here is actually its true sister. From the same mother, same father. Look at the difference. You get a better idea. That plant hit the wire and is going sideways, and 3 foot side arms. That thing's kicking. Now, some of our, we call them experimental seeds from my friend. That one hit the top and started to flower, but it doesn't look like it's really going to be nothing special. There's a great sign right there. Live in person, folks. Woo-hoo-hoo. Aphid killer. Ladybug, ladybug. That's pretty cool. So along the way, more of our experimentals. This one looks pretty, but it kind of stalled. Not sure what's going on. Probably going to trash all of these next year. Well, this year, at the end of the year. So going down the row here, we're back to some of our open pollinations. All of these. This was a Triumph and Rocky. We had 3, 2 of them. One died, the other one was full of downy mildew. So I don't know if they're going to go forward. There's another Comet Rocky that's kicking ass. It's almost as big as the other one. Has hit the top wire. The Comet Rocky crosses are really looking good. That's another one. It's darker green and lighter green. Same cross. Some of our open pollinations. We actually transplanted these, so it's hard to tell. We need to do some weeding. What's going on this year with them? Assuming they don't get downy mildew and they have some nice cones, we're probably going to keep them right in the same spot to really give them a chance to see what they look like for next year. Now this is a row that mostly these ones down here, from here on down, are commercial varieties. These in the vase right here were just seeds that fell that I put a string on. These we planted recently. This centennial we chopped. It was full of downy mildew. And I want to show you these 2 plants here. These were plants that were really good last year. Had lots of cones. Really nice flavors. But look at them this year. That is a aerial downy mildew shoot, folks. This one here too. These aerial shoots just fall right off the string and go down. Now I wouldn't normally leave these plants this long, especially these shoots, but I want to make some videos. But look at this blackness. This thing will be sporulating all over the hop yard shortly. This plant next door too. I had high hopes for these 2 plants last year, but 2000-04, 2000-42 are getting chopped shortly. It's going to rain this afternoon, so we're getting rid of these prior to the rain. We have a bucket. We're going to take these plants, put them right in a bucket with the trash, and put them out to the trash. You either want to burn these or get rid of them and put them far from your hop yard. This will be the last thing I do today too with these plants. Once I touch these plants, I will not come back here. I'll wait till tomorrow after I get a shower later today, and then probably a shower in the morning. Here's another one, HB 2000-12, that really doesn't have any downy mildew right next door. So that's a good sign. Well, we haven't actually been lazy this past week that we didn't do a vlog. As you can see down the end here, past our hop yard, we have Victoria's pool area now. Officially became her little play area. But we actually went and built another. We call this our medium trellis, which is a single strand running across. Only 30 feet long with 12 plants, and 12 plants that are in pots. We're going to grow these plants first year in pots. These are some of our crosses, beginning, and these are actually some of the babies from last year's crosses. We have a tea maker here that was an extra, Cascade also, that I didn't want to throw out. Our sunbeam, it's starting to sprout. It was in the grow room. And we have space for a few more. I may still order a couple more plants this year, different varieties. See if we can get something else going. So there it is, the female hop yard. These are our commercial varieties here. This is Triple Pearl. Some new ones we put in, Cascade, that's with Tea Maker that from the other hop yard, the male yard. Tahoma, Northern Brewer. Tahoma was in our grow room. This is new. Bitter Gold new. Nugget, as usual, really kicking ass. We need to clean the undergrowth. Our pubescent, I doubt is coming back. That's the saddest thing this year. We do have it in Brazil though, so I'm gonna have to somehow get some from Brazil and bring it back here. Chinook, kicking ass also. Triumph that we just put in was a little plant this year. Brewer's Gold. We have Pocket Talisman. Go down here a little bit, which is a dwarf and still a dwarf. Hopefully she does a little better. It does says take 2 years to develop, and we just moved it and it barely developed from last year. And Zeus, which is a lot different from last year. I'm curious why it didn't really take off. We're going to end today's tour of the female yard with this plant over here that actually just popped up from seed, I believe last year. Then it really grew this year. And check it out. It grew into the tree. Now what? It's inside there, believe it or not. I can see the vine going up. I'm wondering if it's going to come out somewhere. That'd really be cool. If not, I was thinking of pulling it out so it gets a little more sun. But this poor old tree is now a host to a hops plant, more like Mother Nature. All right, folks, so let's go check out the male yard. Well, here we are in our male hop yard. First, we'll check out our girls that are here. Hopefully they start growing because we want to use them this year for breeding. Here's our Polaris. Check out them little burrs starting. Took a while, about 3 or 4 weeks, for this thing to come out of flower mode and turn into veg mode again. Here's a little clone of Rocky, our male. It's going to a breeding program out west. Here's our smooth cone. It's got a bunch of burrs too, but it hasn't popped a flower, or a leaf rather. I hope it gets going soon because it's really been raining a lot. It's a little scary. A couple more clones of Rocky. And our Cascade that we started from rhizome. It's about 3 feet tall. Looks like it got attacked by a caterpillar. So I searched high and low and didn't find nothing. Hopefully it keeps going. We're not getting enough sunlight here actually, but these plants hopefully will grow big enough this year to use for breeding. But our 2 males now are really, really kicking. 2 weeks ago I showed you Rocky, and check him out again. The flower set on this Neo Mexicano male is amazing. And it's actually reached 19 feet on the trellis. It's funny, it started flowering at 16 feet and kept growing. And our Suoerboy, why do they call him Suoerboy? Hit the trellis 20 feet and went another 5 or 6 feet already. Just started flowering, the tip's still growing. We'll see if it grows anymore. Suoerboy. Our 2 males already produce pollen. Now what we need is some girls over in our female hop yard to make some cones, and we are going to be kicking. There's our male hop yard. Let's go over to Hops World and check out the Triumph twins. Well, here we are in Hops World and our indoor grow with our Triumph twins and our Zeus. And if you followed us a couple weeks ago, we took and chopped our plants, got a few seeds, and decided to start over. As you notice here on our Zeus, thank goodness, it's gone from flower to veg. It's really starting to grow some leaves now. Over here, there's a couple leaves growing on Triumph 2. Right there. T1 has some sprouts, but not really any leaves. We had a slight problem. It got really hot, the water. I didn't realize. The thermometer died. And we got a little bit of green fungus. That's how I know that they stop growing if it gets above like 75 degrees, the water inside. Well, this next week coming up, we are taking this whole thing apart and cleaning it out. We're going to put one plant in here. 3 plants is way too much. The roots inside, I can't even get it open. It's so clogged with roots. And I don't know if you noticed from last week, we have a brand new setup. It's actually a little aeroponic setup to make some cuttings, but we're going to use it the same as we used for our Triumph twins, and we're going to separate the 2 Triumphs, one in each, and we're going to really try to do a better job growing them this time. The Zeus is going outside shortly, the next day or 2. I'll see if I can get this open before we go this week. I hope you liked our vlog. Thanks for watching. If you're not already, subscribe to our channel. Check it out. Holy camole. So, next week we're going to have a video of us taking this apart and showing you all them roots and how we're going to separate these bad boys. Thanks, folks. I appreciate it. Cheers to life.